Well, hello there everybody. Wow, it feels like it's been a long time since I got in front of my camera, but I thought it's probably about time to do an update video because, well, it's basically been a long time since I've made any videos, and I've just got lots to update you on because of everything that's happened recently with this worldwide pandemic, coronavirus. I'm going to be explaining the situation I've been in and just giving you a little update and what's going to be happening on this channel. Also, before I get into it, if you would like to subscribe to this channel, that would be much appreciated. And also you can follow me over on Instagram, where you can see real up-to-date footage and photos of what is going on in my life right now. So basically, a lot of people have been asking when I arrived in Sri Lanka and did I travel when I wasn't meant to. I arrived in Sri Lanka on the 6th of March, so I actually arrived here before the outbreak happened, before it became a massive issue in the world. So no, I wasn't traveling when I shouldn't have been. I went straight to Unawatuna and I spent a couple of days, and then I moved on to Midigama. I spent a couple of days there as well, and I also explored part of Marissa. So yeah, I ended up traveling a bit of Sri Lanka for only 6 days because my main reason for coming to Sri Lanka was to visit this dog shelter, which is where I have been based. You can probably hear the noises, sorry about that, but yeah, this is where I've been based. So I came to the dog shelter on the 12th of March, and this is where I have been based ever since. I was meant to originally be here for 2 to 3 weeks. That was my original plan, and then I was going to be moving on to explore the rest of Sri Lanka. But whilst I was here, the lockdown happened. So the lockdown here in Sri Lanka started on the 18th of March, so it's already been over 1 month of being in lockdown, being in this shelter. Being on lockdown in this shelter, I couldn't think of a better place to be because I am surrounded by 1,700 dogs, and it's like my dream. It's paradise. It's sunny all the time, it's very, very hot, but I absolutely love it, and I'm so glad I came out. I left England when I did to come here to Sri Lanka because it was the best decision I could have done. And because of the lockdown, it meant that we could not go outside of our houses. I know some of the lockdowns are different in different countries. Like I know that in England, people can come out for a walk outside of their houses and that kind of thing, still go to the shops. But here in Sri Lanka, it was a complete lockdown. You were not allowed onto the streets. You weren't allowed outside of your property. You weren't allowed to go shopping, only when curfew lifted. So curfew lifted maybe every 5 to 7 days, something like that. And it would be from 6 in the morning till 12 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And then curfew would happen again, lockdown would happen, and we would all have to go back in our houses. So we only got out to get some shopping supplies and things like that. All the other time, everyone has to stay inside. The airport's closed, the port closed, no one was allowed out of their district. Even when the curfew was lifted, you had to stay inside your district. So yeah, lockdown was crazy, if I'm honest. There's a lot of lows. Where we are, it's quite rural, and there were some nights when we didn't have any electricity. Sometimes we didn't have any water. Before the lockdown even started, some people were getting quite aggressive on the streets. Someone I know had rocks thrown at her. People would shout abuse at us, say like corona, corona, thinking that we have corona. And also I heard other reports of foreigners being pushed out of shops by people, by not being allowed in the shops, not allowed to get their supplies because of the colour of their skin. Also, before the lockdown happened, the people that were running the bus weren't letting us on the buses either. So that was something, it was really hard to cope with because I'd never experienced that before. So yeah, that was quite hard, and it has been a hard journey, but well worth it. And I'm so glad that I had my lockdown where I am, because I've been surrounded by these amazing dogs and also the most incredible people who I'm now super close with. And yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better place to have been in lockdown. so cute. You're being a puppy today. Also, because I am surrounded by 1,700 dogs, you can imagine it gets quite loud, and as I'm living here, it happens all through the day, all through the night. They're constantly barking. We've also just had New Year, so we were prepared for anything to happen to the dogs because of fireworks and firecrackers, that kind of thing. And the dogs have been going crazy. Storms are coming in because it's going into the wet season now. So when the lightning comes and the thunder comes, a lot of the dogs are scared. They get really scared by that, so they're going crazy. So there hasn't been much sleep, which is why my face looks like this. But definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. I'm happy either way. And I am actually recording this video on the 23rd of April. So on the 20th of April, curfew was actually lifted, and it has been lifting every single day from 5 AM to 8 PM at night, which is amazing. Pretty much the whole day the curfew is lifted, and when 8 PM comes, everyone has to go back to their houses again. But it's been so nice to, after the day, we go to the beach and we watch the sunset, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's so nice to get out and see different scenery, even though it is a little bit weird because I feel like I've gotten really used to this quarantined life. It feels weird to now be going outside and having the freedom back. So there's gonna have to be another adjustment to go back to the way that it was, and being allowed out and being allowed to do things and go and explore. We still have to stick to our districts. I don't know what's going to happen in the near future. I don't know what the Sri Lankan government are deciding, but Sri Lanka has been ranked the 9th best country in the world for dealing with this coronavirus pandemic. How they've dealt with it means that things haven't escalated like they have in other places of the world. So I feel like it's very controlled here, and people seem to be very happy. So from here on, I'm taking every day as it comes. I honestly don't know where I'm gonna be in the next 2 weeks, month, 6 months. I just have no clue. But what I do know is that I haven't traveled Sri Lanka enough. As I said at the start of this video, I only had 6 days of exploring 3 different places, and I definitely didn't explore as much as I would like to have done. So when the curfew and lockdown has completely vanished and we are back to normal, then I would love to travel more of Sri Lanka. I've got a lot to see here, and obviously there's going to be lots of videos to come, and I'm going to be exploring and bringing you along with me. But I don't know when that's going to be because obviously we're still going through this pandemic. Nobody knows what the future holds, so I'm just taking every day as it comes and just enjoying myself, enjoying the present moment that I'm in. I'm in no rush, and I'm really happy where I am, so I could probably see myself staying here for a very long time. Basically, I was saying at the start of this trip that this trip for me is my way of seeing my next pathway, seeing which direction I want to take in my life, and I feel like this has definitely shown that I'm not meant to be in England. There's nothing that's pulling me back to England, but I'm seeing that I want to travel and I want to explore and I want to volunteer as much as possible and help as much as possible. So yeah, I don't know what's to come, but I know it's going to be exciting either way, and yeah, I hope you'll stick around for the journey with me. I can't tell you what's going to be the next video or how many videos are going to be coming out because I just don't know my situation. I don't know the way things are going to go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out and travel very soon, but there will be some videos to come. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, follow me on Instagram, And yeah, I'll see you soon. Take care. I hope you're all doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and support everyone and love each other. Okay.